5 ways to earn respect from anyone. Greetings, my friend. Ever felt like you're shouting into the wind and no one seems to hear? That moment when you realize despite all your efforts, the respect you deserve just isn't coming your way. This is a turning point, not just in how others see you, but in how you see yourself. Today, we're diving deep into the world of respect, a concept as ancient as itself, yet as relevant as ever in our modern hustle. Respect starts from within, grounded in self-control and wisdom. But how do we translate these age-old philosophies into our daily interactions to command the respect we deserve? Stay tuned as we explore 5 practical strategies that empower you not just to seek respect, but to embody it, ensuring that your voice is not only heard, but valued. 1. Stop over-explaining. Less is more. When communicating, whether declining an invitation or justifying a decision at work, many people tend to over-explain. It's almost as if we feel compelled to wrap our choices in layers of reasoning, hoping to soften the impact. But why do we do this? More often than not, it stems from a lack of confidence or a fear of disappointing others. We try to preemptively address objections, seeking validation rather than standing firm in our choices. However, wisdom teaches us the power of simplicity. Being concise not only saves time, but also conveys self-assurance. When you over-explain, you inadvertently signal uncertainty, making others question your decisions. In contrast, a brief, confident response commands respect and leaves little room for misinterpretation. For example, imagine your boss asks you to take on an extra project, but your plate is already full. Instead of saying, "I really appreciate the opportunity, but I have a lot on my plate with other deadlines, and I'm worried that if I take this on, I won't be able to do my best work," you can simply say, "I'd love to help, but I need to focus on my current priorities." If pressed further, a polite yet firm reiteration will suffice. Over-explaining can also dilute your message and lead to misunderstandings. The more you elaborate, the more people have to process and interpret, sometimes leading to unintended confusion. Embracing brevity isn't about being cold or distant. Rather, it's about striking a balance, being clear, direct, and confident, while maintaining respect for both yourself and others. In professional settings, mastering concise communication can enhance your credibility and influence. It also reduces the mental burden of constantly justifying your choices. Next time you catch yourself rambling, pause and remind yourself, clarity and confidence speak louder than excessive words. Every word left unsaid is an investment in your self-respect and the respect others have for you. 2. Guard your time. Treat it like treasure. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, yet how often do we hear ourselves saying, "I just don't have time"? Time is one of our most precious resources. Once spent, it can never be reclaimed. Yet, many of us give it away too freely, often without realizing it. Imagine your time as a vault of gold. Would you let just anyone take handfuls without question? Probably not. In a world where everyone demands a piece of your schedule, being selective with your time is not selfish. It's essential. Being busy doesn't necessarily mean being productive. Many people fall into the trap of filling their days with low-priority tasks, mistaking motion for progress. Instead, ask yourself, does this task, meeting, or social engagement align with my values? Does it contribute positively to my life? If the answer is no, you have every right to decline. Saying no isn't rude. It's a way of respecting yourself and your priorities. Consider this scenario. A colleague asks you to help with a minor task that isn't your responsibility. Instead of saying, "I'd love to, but I have so many deadlines and I'm already feeling overwhelmed," a simple, "I can't take this on right now, but I hope you find someone who can help," suffices. This communicates your boundaries without unnecessary justification. Guarding your time also means recognizing when to delegate or let go. Not every email needs an immediate response. Not every problem requires your direct involvement. Learning to differentiate between what truly needs your attention and what can be handled by others frees up both time and mental space. Worried about how people might perceive your guarded approach? Here's the truth. People respect those who value their own time. It sets a standard and shows that when you do commit, you're fully present and engaged. To truly protect your time, reflect daily. Ask yourself, did I spend my time wisely today? Did I allow space for what truly matters? Adjust accordingly, and remember, each day is a fresh opportunity to align your actions with your values. 3. Stand your ground, even when it is hard. True strength lies not in being inflexible, but in knowing when to stand firm on your beliefs. In a world where opinions shift like the wind, it is often easier to blend in than to risk conflict. However, standing your ground is an act of self-respect and a statement of confidence. It is not about stubbornness, but about recognizing the value of your thoughts and contributions. When you firmly uphold your perspective with reason and calmness, you demonstrate resilience and integrity. People respect those who defend their views with conviction rather than aggression. Imagine a workplace scenario where your idea is dismissed without consideration. The easy route would be to let it go, but what if your idea has potential? Articulating your reasoning and calmly engaging in dialogue can shift the conversation. Even if the outcome does not change, your willingness to stand firm earns respect and showcases your dedication. Standing your ground is equally vital in personal relationships. Whether it is setting boundaries, asserting your needs, or making choices that align with your values, standing firm builds self-respect and strengthens relationships. It requires emotional control, responding with logic rather than reacting out of frustration. This ability to remain composed, even in the face of opposition, is a mark of maturity. It is also important to recognize that standing your ground does not mean forcing others to agree with you. Accepting that differences in opinion exist is crucial. The real growth lies in having the courage to express your views while allowing space for others. By doing so, you cultivate an environment where dialogue thrives and respect is mutual. 4. Follow through. Be as good as your word. Consistency may not always be glamorous, but it is the foundation of trust. When you consistently follow through on commitments, you become known as reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. Being as good as your word is more than just keeping promises. It is a reflection of integrity. When you make a commitment, you set an expectation. Each fulfilled promise reinforces your credibility, both to others and yourself. Whether it is delivering on a work project, supporting a friend, or honoring a personal goal, your actions shape your reputation. Small promises matter just as much as big ones. Failing to follow through, even on minor commitments, can erode trust over time. This practice extends beyond obligations to others. It is also about self-discipline. Aligning your actions with your principles creates a sense of personal accountability. However, circumstances can change. When fulfilling a promise becomes impossible, honest communication is key. Adapting with integrity, explaining the situation, and offering alternatives demonstrates responsibility rather than carelessness. A crucial part of following through is learning to say no. Overcommitting can lead to burnout and broken promises. Being mindful of your limits ensures that when you do make a commitment, you can genuinely honor it. This balance of commitment and self-awareness strengthens your credibility and allows you to maintain trust in all aspects of life. 5. Embrace accountability. Own your mistakes. Success is easy to celebrate, but true growth comes from owning our mistakes. Taking responsibility for errors is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of strength and self-awareness. When things go wrong, accountability means stepping back, analyzing what happened, and taking action to improve. Rather than shifting blame, acknowledge missteps with honesty. This not only builds character, but also earns respect. When you admit a mistake and make amends, you demonstrate integrity and a willingness to grow. Consider a workplace situation where an oversight leads to a setback. Instead of making excuses, taking responsibility and working toward a solution showcases professionalism and maturity. Accountability also requires regular self-examination. Reflecting on decisions and actions helps identify patterns, allowing for continuous improvement. This process fosters self-discipline and resilience, turning failures into valuable lessons. Equally important is extending accountability to relationships. Owning mistakes in personal interactions, whether by apologizing or making amends, strengthens trust. People appreciate honesty and the effort to make things right more than a flawless record. Ultimately, accountability is about recognizing that mistakes are not failures, but opportunities to grow. By embracing responsibility, you cultivate a mindset of learning and improvement, ensuring that every setback is a stepping stone toward success. Earn respect. Respect isn't something you can demand, it's something you earn. It starts from within, in the way you carry yourself, the way you value your time, and the way you interact with the world. By practicing these 5 strategies, stopping over-explaining, guarding your time, standing your ground, following through, and embracing accountability, you position yourself as someone worthy of respect. Remember, respect is not about being liked by everyone. It's about being valued for who you truly are. Speak with confidence, act with integrity, and live with purpose. Respect will follow.